Winters here on the mainland of Nova Scotia can be a somewhat elusive thing, I guess. Winter will be here for a week, gone the next. We're already into March. It's hard to say how much winter weather we're gonna have left this year. Actually, in the coming days, it's gonna get up to +10. So this could very well be the last really cold night we have this year. But we have a perfect window of cold weather here. Tonight's gonna get close to -20, if not colder. But weather-wise, it's immaculate. Not a cloud in the sky, it's gonna be a starry night. So that's why I felt it was so important to get out here and take this in while it lasts. I have some really good friends with me.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Oh, hey.
We're gonna build a nice shelter, have a big fire, eat some good food, and just take in this winter weather while it lasts. We think we found a pretty good spot for our home in here somewhere. Lots of open areas where we can set up. A lot of down trees in through here that we can build with and use for a fire. And then on the other edge of the clearing, you got some birch bark. So I think we're gonna make something work great in here.
This trip, we're doing a little bit of bushcrafting. Our goal was to not bring any tent, tarps, nothing. So the only thing we have to build our shelter is rope. It's supposed to be cold tonight, -22 feels like, I believe. We're gonna try to get a good shelter so we don't have wind and we can be warm. I don't know if it's a good idea, but my plan is to basically think of a lean-to, and let's say like this, so we could have, let's say, all of one side here closed off, all of that side closed off, and all of that side closed off, like picture walls. Then a little fire here.
If you bring that even just a bit further, then you don't have to worry about too much about smoke.
True.
Yeah.
Well, let's give her a go, boys.
Then we don't have to worry about catching fire either.
True.
Because human flambe is not my, on my agenda for today.
I started with a clove hitch. Then I'm just gonna zigzag under, over.
Up there. It's back here. Twins! Wait, no, mine's on my index.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Do you want to touch? No, I'm joking.
No.
Blood brothers?
Yes.
So basically the plan is to saw everything off that's above the beam. So we're just gonna have these half walls and we're gonna cover the lower part in boughs to keep the window from the bottom. Have a fire in the middle somewhere, the smoke can just come right out the top.
Alex, do you know the difference between a balsam fir and a spruce and how you can figure that out?
I do not, Charles.
Come hither. You take a needle. If it's flat and doesn't roll in your fingers, that's a spruce. If it rolls and it's triangular, that's a fir. That's how you can tell.
So for a shelter like what we're building, we need a lot of boughs. Because if you think about it, we're covered from all sides. The floor is all boughs. We're insulating the walls and the ceiling with them, so we need a lot. Obviously with that many, you don't want to damage the trees. So the key to kind of doing that is only taking a couple per tree. If you go along the ground, you're essentially at that point kind of pruning the trees. And clustered areas like this are great too, because you're creating more space for the forest by taking some out of here. So that's kind of how you want to get a lot of boughs without hurting the trees. Unfortunately, she broke. Thankfully, it was just the tip here, so I can still work with that.
I'm working on beds for tonight. Getting too old to sleep on the ground, so I'm gonna build cots.
All right, I think we finally have enough boughs. Alana's working on the cots. We're in good shape. Charles and I are gonna get a whole bunch of firewood because hopefully we'll have this thing going all night. We will see. Oh, that's good too. Look at that. Nice clean wood. You know, I have so many people ask me why we do things like this. I think there's two answers to that. The first is that being in nature, suffering a little bit, there's something very therapeutic about that. They say that hard things calm the mind, and I think that this, without a doubt, qualifies as one of those things. And I think answer number two can be summed up by a quote I saw a little while ago. It was something along the lines of, to live a long life, you have to stay young. And I think this is a great way of doing that, right? I mean, you see so many videos of people doing these kinds of things, and it's like, they talk about how it's a survival situation and trying to survive the night. And all that is true in a sense, like it is, I guess. But to me, this feels like, it feels like being a kid again. You get to go out, explore, build a shelter with your friends. I don't know, is there anything more youthful than that? That's the beauty about being an adult. You like have a car and money, like not a lot, but you can like leave your backyard, you can go and do these things. It's amazing. Anyway, I'm gonna cut a lot more wood.
I feel like every time we go winter camping, we always end up going with the cots now. Since that first time.
It's never like the initial plan to build the cots. And then you get here and it's like, well,
It'd be nice.
we'll build the cots. Check out these cots though, eh? We've agreed I'm taking the middle. Is it because I'm the youngest? This will do alright though. Not bad.
Sun's setting. Gonna get the fire going before we get in the dark.
Yeah.
And hopefully maybe get a little supper on the go.
So what I've got for dinner tonight is mac and cheese with chili, also featuring some Bulk Barn mac and cheese sauce powder.
It's got some tofu, some ramen. We're gonna boil it all up together. Oh my god, I'm blinding you.
That's all right.
What are you having?
I got a bit of ham, onion, potatoes, all pre-cooked. So all I have to do is just heat it up in the skillet. Get a nice hot meal in there. So say, and then hopefully a cup of tea.
Oh, that sauce is so hot. Holy guacamole. There you have it. Nice easy camping meal. Nice and hot. Both temperature wise and spice wise. Packed with protein, a lot of protein here, like half a block of tofu. How does it go?
Paul Bunyan.
I don't know. I don't know that song.
Who's the mythical lumberjack?
From what?
North American folklore.
Paul Bunyan?
Yeah, she had a big blue ox named Babe.
Did he have bunions?
Very possible. I don't know. I never met the name.
That's
It's like
fair.
Big Joe Mufferaw.
I don't know who that is either.
Big Joe Mufferaw?
Who's Big Joe Mufferaw?
He paddled the Nanawa all the way from Ottawa, and just one day, hey, on the river Nanawa, the best man he ever saw, the Big Joe Mufferaw, the old folks say. Hey, come and listen to you, Dave, the old folks say. That's it. That's all I'm giving you.
Oh. It's not bedtime yet.
Yeah, but you said you wanted your sleeping bag warm by the time you went to bed. So I'm just warming it up.
You know, like when you're a kid and you don't wake up, then your parents come in and just rip the sheets off your bed.
Yeah, you're like...
And he's like, no, you have to get up.
It's time to go to school.
Come on, let's go. No, Alain. No. Or it's not bedtime yet.
Astronomy? I've been in astronomy for forever. I can remember going to the school library in elementary and coming back with books on Saturn and the Voyager space probes and looking up and appreciating what's up there in the night sky. It's kind of poetic in a way. It's a great empty unknown. It's the final frontier. You can take your binoculars and look and see stars. And then you can put a small telescope up and see stars beyond the stars you just saw. And you can get a bigger telescope and see stars beyond the stars beyond the stars you just saw. That light traveled all the way from our sun, millions of kilometers, to hit Saturn, to reflect off, to come all the way back, and it ends in your eye. And they traveled light years, and you get to appreciate that moment where that photon reaches you. It's kind of like a little message. Kind of special.
Good morning. It is so cold. It is -20 right now. This is one of the coldest mornings I've had out here. And this guy has been up for a little while. Doing just dandy. Just like that, camp is tore down and we are out of here. I really do hope to get out at least once more this winter, but unfortunately I don't do this YouTube thing full time, so it's hard to say if I'll get out again this winter, but if not, couldn't have asked for a better way to send it off. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.